Hi everyone! So I'm here today to do a sort of review slash discussion on one of my new favorite books of all time. And it's also one of the most important books that I've ever read. So I really wanted to discuss the themes that this book talks about and just kind of vent a little bit and just tell you why I love this book so much. So the book I'm talking about today is Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan. I bought this book last year when it first came out. It was like in September or August of last year, and I didn't read it for the longest time, and that was partially because the writing was so deep and intricate that I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And part of the reason for that is that it's narrated by a chorus of gay men that have died of AIDS, and that just really, it was really hard to read at first because I just had to grasp the idea that David Levithan is trying to say. And it was, oh god, I love that aspect of the book so much. It was so powerful, just incredibly powerful. That made it all the more powerful, and it was just a beautiful novel. Just absolutely stunningly beautiful. So the chorus of gay men decide to watch over a group of boys who are the gay teenagers of today, and they watch over them and see their lives and their struggles and try to help them through it and reflect on their own lives as well, their own past lives. This book talks about so many issues that gay teens go through today, and I can relate to a lot of them, and I mean, not every one of them, obviously, but some of them, especially the hate, because there is so much hate in the world because of who you are, whether you're black, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, fat, ugly. You know, there's just too much hate in the world, and it really pisses me off, to be honest. And I'm a lot like Peter right now in some ways, because I just got a comment on my video that called me fat-ass queer, and I thought, you know, that won't bother me. I won't let that bother me. And after a while, it just sticks with me in my head, and it repeats in my head over and over again. And it's only 3 words. Why do they hurt me? Because they make me feel insecure, they make me feel hurt, pain. It's a rude, inconsiderate thing to say to someone, and it really fucking sucks. Okay, going back to the book for a second, there are a lot of themes that this book talks about with bullying, and not just bullying, but also physical violence towards gays, self-doubt, self-worth, coming out, questioning, getting involved with someone who loves you and trying to love them back, and without any fear of the outside. And I think that's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to say in this book about that. It was absolutely stunningly, oh god, it was just so well written, and just the themes in this book are themes that I can't stop thinking about. I had to read this book really, really slowly because it was just, there's so much on a page and so much to say on a page of this book. And every word that David Levithan writes in this novel is well thought out and has a purpose and is just lyrically beautiful. I love it to death. The writing is just absolutely wonderful. And the ending is so inspirational, and just, it puts a smile on my face and makes me cry at the same time. It is so beautiful. If you haven't read this book yet, you absolutely have to. It is so wonderful. It's a beautiful book about the hate and the love and the good things about being gay and the bad, and why it's okay to have 2 boys kissing. I actually forgot to mention the actual kind of plot of the book because I just started talking, I'm sorry. So it's about 2 boys, Harry and Craig, that decide to try to break the world record for the world's longest kiss, which is like over 32 hours standing with their lips touching, and they can't break apart from the kiss, they can't sit down, they have to stand the entire time, and it is awe-inspiring. Just so inspiring. I can't even imagine going through this, and just how hard it was for them to do this, and how physically hard it was. And I didn't expect that at all, because if you think about it, you know, kissing someone for a long time, that doesn't sound so hard, but David Levithan portrays it in such a beautiful and inspiring way that I honestly want to go out and kiss somebody in public just for the hell of it, which is not a good idea, because if I just kiss someone in public, he's, you know, it's not for love, it's just because I want to do it. But anyway, it's inspiring, and it makes me want to be like the boys in this book with their boyfriends, and hold hands with someone without having the fear of being watched or being scolded or stared at. And that's why I love this book so much. It is just absolutely wonderful in every possible way, and I love it so much. One other little thing I wanted to mention, there's a scene in this book that alludes to Matthew Shepard, and I was just speechless. I was so speechless, because it's such a powerful scene, and it was like perfect. And I'm also wondering if the other boys that David Levithan alludes to were actually real people. I'm sure they were, because he describes all these kids who have committed suicide, basically, in this one scene. And it was just so powerful and thought-provoking, and just makes you think about your life and think about why you might want to die if you are in that, you know, part of your life where you're questioning that, which is, you know, something that we shouldn't question. We shouldn't have to question that. So it was just incredibly powerful, and this book is just so inspiring to me. I love it to death. If you haven't read it yet, you absolutely need to. It is so beautiful. And I just want to thank all my friends for accepting me for who I am, and not caring who I love, and just being my friend and being there for me. I thank you from the bottom of my heart so much. You guys are wonderful and lovely and amazing, and I love you to death. I love you so much. I think the important thing to take from this book is to live without fear and to love who you love, because we're not on this earth for very long, and we should enjoy life to the fullest.